Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Split Labs channel. Today is Wednesday, May 27th, 2026. And as always, before I dive into my MLB best bets, I have to let you guys know this video is completely powered by Split Labs because we built the exact tool that we wanted to use as sports bettors ourselves. We're going to walk over some public betting splits, line movement, and market signals across the MLB today together. And if you yourself want to see what the crowd is doing, where the line is going, and what the market is hinting at, it's what we do every single day right here on this channel, Monday through Friday. Be sure to like, subscribe if this video helps you out in any capacity, or for whatever reason you're just here for the ride and like hearing me talk about sports. If you want to try it out yourself and gain access to everything that you're going to see here on the Split Labs dashboard, link in the description and the top 10 comment, promo code YouTube gets you 50% off your first month to access everything that you're going to see here today. Let's dive into the slate. We got early games, so I got to get this out early for you guys. That's number one. Number two, I've got to not speed run this video, but it's probably not going to be 20 minutes long. We'll see where we land. We'll see where we land. But wanted to start out with not starting out with the Guardians right now. They pissed me off yesterday. If I'm being completely honest, we're going to start with the St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers. We've got them playing first pitch 1:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I picked this game because I looked at this really quickly before I started the video and I was like, how can I ignore that? So let's run through it. Let me tell you guys why I like this and where we're going to land here. It's early. It's 7:23 in the morning, but again, this is not the night before. This is not 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm expecting this to even out just a little bit, but I have to pay attention to this and respect this a little bit. There's 14% of bets on the St. Louis Cardinals plus 1.5, 92% of money coming in on St. Louis Cardinals. Wow. As I always say, somebody knows something, and that's a party I'd love to be a part of. The public is clearly heavily on the Brewers minus 1.5 with 86% of bets, but I can't ignore this money. The line is trending in favor of the Brewers, which makes sense. There's 86% of bets on it. Not concerning there, but there's such a large discrepancy that I have to. I have to take the St. Louis Cardinals plus 1.5. I'm getting a better number. It opened at a minus 182 for the plus 1.5. It's now sitting at a minus 164, which is a territory that I'm pretty comfortable playing, if I'm being honest. This minus 180 range, I would have been like, stay away. Let's take a look at the money line or something like that. Moving into the money line, 71% of bets, 78% of money coming in on Milwaukee Brewers, minus 146. Moneyline has not changed. The books do not care about it whatsoever. They're taking this money in willingly. Same thing with the total. 67% of bets, 57% of money coming in on over 8.5. Total price has not changed. Line has not changed. Books are just willingly taking this in. I think this is the upset spot of the morning, if I'm going to be completely honest. You get the Brewers at a minus 146. They just won yesterday comfortably. They've been winning comfortably against this team, and now you're getting them at a fantastic price. It makes sense. This is probably a lot of people's best bets, but today this just looks like a pretty concerning signal here. One thing that we don't love is when you're taking a look at starting pitchers in the bullpens. We've got Dustin May coming in for the Cardinals. He's averaging about a 5 ERA in his last 10 starts, 5.4 innings pitched. So he's giving you some distance, and we have a solid bullpen to back him up with a 3.24 ERA. All the best arms available, which is fantastic to hold things together. Likewise for the Brewers, 3.18 ERA coming in. We don't have starting pitcher data at this moment, but all of their best arms available. I'm not even going to pay attention to the total at this moment just because I've got the Cardinals upsetting, right? I've already had a plus money play. I got a plus 1.5 play. I plan on playing both of them if I'm going to be honest. So give me Cardinals plus 1.5 and St. Louis Cardinals money line straight up because I do see this being an upset opportunity, and we're going to leave the total completely alone. Take that data for what you will, read into it as you want, and then make your own decision if you'd like to play the total on this game. Moving into the next game, we got Arizona and the Giants. Arizona squeaked one out yesterday. Another really good game with data. We got 91% of bets, 99% of money coming in on Arizona minus 1.5. Insane to see. Money line, 78% of bets, 70% of money coming in on Arizona Diamondbacks money line straight up. Money line has not changed whatsoever. And then on the total, 59% of bets on under 7.5, with 63% of money coming in on over 7.5. The price has shifted towards the under, but that's not it, minor, just like we label it over here at Split Labs. It's not the biggest deal. Conflicting signals right now. Yesterday, that game blew past the total, which I think was a 7.5 as well. The biggest point of contention here is the fact that you have the public heavily on the Diamondbacks and you're getting them at a minus 126. Just taking a quick look here at recent form. Again, 4-game win streak versus a team that's on a 2-game win streak. I know that the Giants are like not reliable, and I always hate backing them. So anytime that I see myself in a position where like I have to take them, pisses me off as well. But this just looks like a spot where I have to honestly take the San Francisco Giants on the money line straight up. Nothing for me to get fancy with. Looking at starting pitcher advantage, we do have a bullpen advantage, at least at the current. No, that's not even true. We have overall, it's a good bullpen, elite bullpen, 2.40 ERA lately. With McDonald coming in with a 4.76 ERA, he gives you length, he gives you innings, averaging about 5.7 innings per start. Fantastic. We don't have the best arms available. I'm not upset if you took the over on this one. Personally, I'm going to stay away from it because again, I'm once again on it on a dog. Maybe this is a dog day. I don't know. If all the favorites win, I'm going to be so annoyed at myself when I look back at this video. On the flip side, you got Arizona taking in 3.5 or 4.7 ERA for their bullpen recently, and they have all of their fresh arms available. I understand all of the data points to the Diamondbacks being able to destroy the Giants again. I get that. I completely get it. If you want to fade this play, by all means. I hate betting on the San Francisco Giants. Completely transparent. But unfortunately, that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to take the San Francisco Giants money line as my second, or I guess technically third play of the day. Moving into our last play of the day. Let's do a night game. Let's take a look at. I did them yesterday. I'm not going to do it again, guys. Sorry. Let's take a look at the Twins and the White Sox. Again, another one that's just like a pick 'em. Why are all the games a pick 'em today? 46% of bets, but 84% of money coming in on Chicago White Sox minus 1.5 price, and the point is shifting in favor of Chicago White Sox, so that's definitely something worth noting. The Twins won yesterday in a extra innings. They like completely took it away. I think top of maybe the 11th. I want to say 11th or the 12th. I think it was the 11th if I'm remembering correctly. Money line 60% of bets, 76% of money coming in on the White Sox money line straight up. Not surprising. What is surprising to me is how well the White Sox have been playing this season so far. They've come so far since last year. And then 84% of bets, 78% of money coming in on under 8.5 for this game. No movement here. Lines are moving in favor of the White Sox when it comes to line movement. Looking at certain pitchers, we've got complete bullpen advantage for the Minnesota Twins on paper, and they do have most of their best arms available. They just have a really good bullpen, so like they can back them up in today's situation. Whereas the White Sox, 4.75 ERA, yuck. You do have a good starting pitcher that gives you innings. I'm predicting Martin gives you about 6 innings pitched with his 2.04 ERA, and then we probably like reuse this cautiously, the best arms available, get some of these worse arms in, and just kind of play it that way. This is definitely manageable, as our label says. So I'm not too scared of like backing the White Sox if I were going to do that, just because they can manage this with the starting pitcher that they have. Looking at the weather here really quickly. It's a crosswind. Moving across the field, as you guys can see, weather is good for a slight home run advantage, sure, especially if you're hitting towards the side of the park. Let me just take a quick peek at recent form. I just haven't. I I I don't want to force my hand here. Personally, my lean here. Who won yesterday? The Twins won yesterday. Yeah, they did. I don't want to force my hand. But my heart is telling me to take this under 8.5. It's a pretty high total, And I understand why it's high just because the bullpens look taxed on paper, but I do think this is a really manageable situation for both teams. I'm going to stay away from a side. I think this one is a pick 'em for a reason because honestly, I can't tell you who wins this just by looking at the data. Just the scenarios that they're in today, there's nothing pulling me towards the Twins or the White Sox here, but I will lean into the under 8.5 on this game. With that being said, guys, this is a very short video and I apologize. This is also what happens, I guess, when I don't record like at 3 o'clock in the morning. Those are my best bets for today. Have to get this video out for you guys early. So we're doing that now. And if you want access to every game on the slate today in the foreseeable future, be sure to like, subscribe, and head over to the link in the description and the top pinned comment, splitlabs.net. Promo code YouTube gets you 50% off your first month. And with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Whether you're tailing or you're fading, make sure that you drop it in the comments and let me know which one, and drop your best bets as well. Maybe I'll tell them or fade them as well. Catch you guys on the next one.